What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a quick little walk around on the new beta here before I start my ride. Bike's warming up. I forgot my mic, so I probably won't do a lot of talking while I'm riding. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay now. I feel like I'm screaming at the thing right now just so you can hear me, but I still have the stock tires and tubes in it. The bike only has about an hour on it. I kind of just took it out and just rode it around for an hour. The first hour on the betas, you can't go above 50% throttle, so from now until hour 2 I can go to 75%, so hopefully I can get a better feel for the bike and all that stuff. And then from 2 to 3 it's full open, and then at 3 check the valves and do your first service and all that kind of stuff. But so still stock tires, stock tubes. I am going to be swapping at least the tubes and the rear tire. I put some exhaust strap on it just because on that first hour I burned up a set of pants just by leaning against the bike, so I put some exhaust strap on it for now. May change that out, but it's temporary, we'll say that. I got the steg pegs on now and the swing arm guards, and I noticed the swing arm guard, these newer betas have a larger rear brake reservoir, and so it's slightly rubbing. I'll probably just take a Dremel and cut that out. We'll see. I'm a little concerned. This thing hangs out pretty far. Hopefully I don't bang it on something and break it. I'm sure an aftermarket company's going to make some sort of guard for it. I still do want to get some front and rear rotor guards, stuff like that. And what else do we got going on here? Yeah, nothing else since the last video. We've had a lot of rain over the last 2 days, so it could be a little sloppy, but I kind of think the dirt's going to be about perfect, so we'll see. What else? Oh, a few things are different on this from my 23. The big one is they moved the map switch, and so we've got the sun map, which it's on now, if you can see, then the rain map, and I pretty much leave it on the sun map, which is supposed to be more aggressive. Then you've got traction control. I don't know if you can see that on and off. And I did try traction control out on the 390 when I had it. It was okay. I didn't. It felt kind of like a rubber band, if that makes sense. So, you know, there was a slow amount, and then the bike just kind of pulls forward. It was an interesting feeling. It definitely did work when you were romping on it. But then the dealer told me, my local beta dealer told me that it's only active in the first 2 gears, which I felt like on my 390 I had it at least through 3rd, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't know that at the time, so I could easily be mistaken there. I may change out these frame guards to a Cherokee's ones with the grips, but now that I have the steg pegs, we'll see. I'm going to kind of ride it as is for a little bit. The other thing I did do is I moved the shift lever up 1 notch. I had to do it on my 392. It hangs somewhat low, and then it's hard to grab gears for upshift. And I did clean this bolt off, and it was just some surface corrosion, nothing big. And I've washed it since, and it hasn't started corroding, so I know it's good. It's fine. But the dealer did say they would take care of it if I wanted to. Let's see. What else can I say about it? The warm-up procedure, I heard the fan kick on and off, so I know it's ready to go. But for the beta, if you start them up and you do not touch the throttle and you just let it go until the stepper motor, let's see if I can get it in frame here for you, but it's the stepper motor right up there. That'll make an adjustment, and then you're good to go. And so that's all you have to do. That's how you know it's warmed up and ready to go. The fan kicks on and off, the stepper motor makes an adjustment, and then you're ready to ride. So I'm going to get through the flats here, and then I'll bring you guys back online. Alright, so I'm not too far from where I was at the beginning of the video, just maybe a couple hundred yards, but I am at exactly 1 hour now, so you can get on the bike a little bit. I'm going to take it easy and just warm up for a little bit, but so 1 hour exactly and 25 miles. So this will be, yeah, this will pretty much serve as an initial impression of the bike. I'm already pretty familiar with the betas. Like I said, I had a 390 before that I put about 1,000 hours on. I'm sorry, 1,000 miles, 50 hours, and really regretted getting rid of it. So here we are, back on another beta, and this is my first time out on the steg pegs, so we'll see how I like those. The bike feels pretty nimble. Lever a little bit, still getting the hang of it. I'll try to only talk if I'm stopped so you guys can hear me, but it feels really good. The motor pool is pretty strong. It's not as much low end torque as the 390, which is expected, but it pulls pretty good, especially even at 75% throttle, which I'm just guesstimating. I know I'm not pinning it, so you know, I want to break it in proper, but yeah, so far so good. It feels like being home, honestly. I'm super comfortable on the bike already. I don't notice the stiffness of the KYBs. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm really excited to kind of maybe judge the suspension a little bit more once I get the tube and tire set up. I know that might change it a little bit, and then I'll start adjusting clickers and all that kind of stuff, but with only an hour on it, I don't want to be making guesses, but I'll tell you what, it definitely does not feel too firm. I know that's been a concern for some people with going to the KYBs over the sack. Off the trail here. My bad. Well, boys, she's awesome. It's an awesome bike. The 350 is, I think, exactly what I was looking for. Let me find a rock. Well, one thing I don't like about these betas, I think, oh, actually, I know for a fact, these are tall bikes. So I'll have to measure the seat height again, but man, I know it's over 37 measured on this bike. And I measured my Gas EX250, and I want to say it was like an inch to an inch and a quarter lower, you know, factory. Maybe part of that is with that ginormous rear tire on here, so I will re-measure once I have a different tire. I'll get a before and after, a measurement stock and a measurement with a different tire on there. So it is tall for me, and as you'll see, I have to keep putting stuff under my kickstand. It'll stay up, but it just leans over really far. Same thing happened on my 390. The newer, I think 24X Pros, so the model right below this, they're an inch shorter. So if you are a shorter person and ride height, seat height is a problem for you or a concern, maybe you want to look at the X Pro. I am 5'8" and have short legs, and I tippy toe on this, or most of the time just have one foot on the ground, and I just deal with it. I fall over a lot when I'm going slow or when I'm stopping if I don't pick my place correctly, but that's just the way it is, and I deal with it. I look ridiculous, and so be it. But yeah, so far the bike is awesome. I love the way it feels. Like I said, it feels like I'm at home again. It just feels really comfortable, and I know I can't open it all the way up, but it feels like a really strong motor. I definitely have more torque than that 250. You know, an extra 100 cc's will do that. And I'm not beating on the bike yet, but I feel like that 250 pulls harder up top than this. But like I said, I can't open it up all the way, so this is just initial impressions. And I will try to ride the bikes back to back. I think that'll be more accurate, but just initial impression, I feel like that 250 pulls a little bit harder up top. But it could just be, you know, I'm missing something here on this initial impression, so take it with a grain of salt. These are not hard facts or anything like that. It's just what I feel on the bike at this moment. But all right, we'll get back at it. Gotta take some double track, and then I'll get into just a short section of single track. I'm not trying to beat on the bike today, just getting it out, trying to break it in and get a feel for it. So we'll keep on trucking. Alright guys, we are at the start of this little single track section here, and I'm going to continue running in the more aggressive map. So far the bike feels amazing, like I was saying earlier. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm still, although I had a beta before, it's been a few months since I've ridden one, or at least the 4-stroke. I rode that 2-stroke briefly, but so I'm still feeling, you know, feeling it out a little bit, but I feel super comfortable. Just different from the 250. I got a cute little horn, so you know, I can beep at the donkeys that get in my way, and some of the cows out here. Sometimes those guys get in my way. We'll see. But all right, like I said, I'm not going to do a ton of talking. I don't have my mic. I forgot it. So yep, we'll just keep on trucking. We're at 29 miles and 1.2 hours. So I'd like to get to 2 hours today, and that way I can really rip on it next time I'm out. blow that turn every time. How do I not know about it? So good. This thing is just so good. I wish I could have rode my, find neutral here. I wish I could have rode my 390 back to back with this. That'd be really interesting. I did ride a 350 back to back with my 390 when I first got it. A buddy of mine bought a 350 at the same time, and I did get to ride them back to back, and at the time I preferred the 390, but I think it is because I wasn't comfortable, and I'm still not 100% comfortable. Like I said, I'm a novice rider. I've only been riding for 4 years, so but I wasn't very comfortable revving the bike out, and this bike definitely is asking for that, I would say. Where the 390 was really happy just lugging around and chugging around, and it would be fast riding it that way. This bike, you got to have a little bit more effort on the throttle, but yeah, it's still fast, so no complaints there. We got a little, it's probably a, I don't know, a very moderate technical section, so steep downhill with a quick turn and then a steep uphill. Very, very, very shallow, maybe 15, 20 feet high at the most, so it's not too bad. I did flame out on the 250 here twice trying to get up the hill, just because you can't get a lot of speed after the turn for the uphill. So we'll see how this does.
Okay, wrapping up first impressions of the bike, and all I can say is it's awesome. It's feels good to be home. Let's just say that. The 250 was awesome. It was a great bike. There's a lot of pros to that gas 250 EXF. So, you know, the Beta just, as a brand, maybe just fits me better. The bikes just ride the way I like them to. So, not really a dig on the 250. I was really happy to give the 250 a chance and try something different, but I think Beta is just maybe where I belong right now. I still have the Husky, the TX, and I love that bike. So, everybody has their preferences, and I definitely have mine. But I'm always happy to try other bikes. I mean, that's part of the fun of the sport too. So, all right, well, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.